so I'm going to show you guys how to do the Grand Theft Auto 5 online mods after patch 1.08. So what you're going to want to need is a computer running Windows. I have my MacBook Pro running Windows 7 right now. You're going to need your PS3. Make sure it is turned off until I tell you otherwise. And you're going to need an Ethernet cable. Now there is a Wi-Fi method to this, but Ethernet cable is the most effective and most, I guess, best way to really do this. So all you have to do is just hook it up, and all you want to do is hook one end to your laptop, as I'm doing so. It'll go in. There we go. And then you want to hook the other end to your PlayStation. And if I can find the hole to it. There it is. There it is. Is that it? Yep, there it is. There you go. You got it in there. And then you just want to, leave them hooked together. And then we're going to go hop onto the computer and I'll show you guys what to do from there. Okay guys, so what you want to do is go down to the description below and download the web server PS3 mod.rar file. This does work on Xbox too, but this is just covering PlayStation 3. This is after patch 1.08 on GTA 5. So what you want to do is just go ahead and extract it. I have extracted it. You guys can trust my RAR files. There's no surveys, there's no passwords, there's none of that crap. I hate that kind of crap. So what you want to do is go ahead and just open it up, and we're just going to drag that to the side. Now this is pretty much similar to 1.07 mod and the previous tutorial. It's pretty much the same, just the tunable files are a little bit different. So what you want to do is go to Start, open up CMD, and leave that to the side. And then what you want to go ahead and do is go to Computer. Then we're going to go to our Windows hard drive, go to Windows folder, go down to System 32. Go to the drivers folder, go to etc, and then we're going to open up the host file. Now the host file, to how to edit the permissions and how to edit the read and write privileges for your account on Windows, is another tutorial. I posted that link also down below to view that tutorial. That way I don't have to include it in this tutorial and make it super long. So go ahead and go check that out if you don't know how to edit the host file. I did include that in the description below. So what you're going to go ahead and do is open up hosts, not hosts, not ICS, but you want to open up hosts file. I have included the download link for Sublime Text 2. It is a great program, it's a great text editor, but you can use Notepad, but Sublime Text 2 is an easier method to edit and save hosts. So what you want to go ahead and do is just open it up, and then obviously what we're going to need is prod.cloud.rockstargames.com. I have included that down in the description below, so you guys can just copy and paste it. So we're going to go ahead and just keep that there, and I'm just going to copy it so I don't have to retype it. So what you want to do is go back to command prompt and type ipconfig, and then we're going to go up to our IPv4 address, not IPv6, but we want IPv4. Now your IPv4 can change if you've unplugged your router or reset your router or modem recently, so make sure that if you have done that recently and you're doing this mod later on, make sure you check your IP address if you're getting errors, because if you've turned off your router, you might want to check your host file and compare it to the IPv4 address. Now IPv4 is your own, so don't type mine in. So what we're going to do is just type it in there, so 192.168.1.100, and then space, and then paste in prod.cloud.rockstargames.com, and in Sublime we just go to File, Save, and we are done. So we can close that and close command prompt, and we can close that. Well, now what you want to do is go to your network. This works best in a wired connection, but also it works good if you have a wireless, to share the wireless network with your wired connection. So open up your network and sharing center and change adapter settings. Now as you can see here, I have my connection. So I have my wireless connection, which is the one we're going to be sharing, and then we have the local area connection, which, as you saw before, I plugged in my Ethernet cable to my computer and then into the back of the PlayStation. That is what we're sharing it to, local area connection. So my PS3 will take the local area connection from my computer, which is taking it from my wireless connection. So this is going to go to this, and then that'll be going to the PlayStation 3. So what you want to do is right click on the connection that you want to share, the one that has internet. So since my wireless connection has the internet, I'm going to go to right click and click properties. Now what you want to do is go to the sharing tab, and then I'll hit the two, and if these aren't checked for you, check the two boxes, allow other network users to connect through this computer's internet connection, and then check allow other network users to control or disable the shared internet connection. So make sure those two are both checked. and then click OK, and then we can do that and close that. And now that we are done with that, we're going to go ahead and go over to the PlayStation 3, and I'll show you guys what to do on there. Yeah, so once you have your PS3 started up, as you can see that mine is started up right now. So what you want to do is just go over to your settings and go down to network settings. And then what we're going to want to do is go down to network internet connection settings and click OK. It's easier to do it with custom. Go to, not easy, but go to custom. Kind of chose the wrong one. Go to custom and go to wired connection and just leave everything the same. Just go ahead and select all the way over and then hit enter, and then you can test connection. Just so we can test the connection, I'll show you guys that I'm running a wired connection and that I do get internet from my laptop, which is what we are connected to, which is my laptop, after we have already shared the wireless connection that I'm using. So what you want to do is, like I said, share the wireless connection or whatever connection has the internet that your computer is getting it from. So if you're having a wireless connection, you want to share that wireless connection. That way it shares it to the Ethernet port. And as you see, I'm maintaining IP address, I'm maintaining an internet connection. PSN does take a minute, and then after you succeeded into PSN, you really don't need to go ahead. I'll just cancel it. But I have obtained all that stuff. So what we want to do is go ahead and turn off the PlayStation 3 again, and then let's head back over to the computer. Okay guys, so once you're back over here on the computer, as we just turned off our PlayStation 3 again, what you want to do is right click USB web server and then run as administrator. And then we're going to want to go ahead and make sure that your Apache and MySQL have both started up, and make sure go to your settings tab and make sure it's port 80 and port 80 for both. Now if you have Skype open, make sure that Skype is closed. Make sure anything using port 80 is closed and not messing and interfering with it, because that can cause these two not to be working. Also, go to your router. Which router is different? I can't really show you in mine. Also, if you had to change those settings, just go ahead and click run as administrator again, and just let it start up once again. So, also, to port forward it on your router, every router is different. All you have to do is go to the default gateway. It's like 192.168.1.3.1.2. It all ends differently. All routers are a little bit different. Then you want to go to something called maybe like applications and gaming is what it is on Linksys. Then you want to go to single port forwarding and use port 80 and port forward 80 on the in and the out, and use TCP. Do not use UDP or both, just use TCP. So once you have the USB web server running, let's go ahead and get back onto the PlayStation 3 and start up GTA. Okay guys, now that you are logged in and ready to go, just go ahead and start up Grand Theft Auto 5. Again, leave the USB web server running. You need to have it running while you're doing this, and make sure that the tunable files are left in there, and at the end of the video I'll show you guys how to kind of revert back once we get into GTA, and I'll show you guys that the mods do work, and that yeah, then we can get going with some mayhem and destruction using God mode. I have the tunable file that's in the root directory has my God mode. Has the money turned on. The only thing that is not turned on or modified is the XP. You can modify XP yourself. Now don't set the XP modifier too high, because if you end up doing that, you'll end up overranking and you'll go back to level 1 with negative RP. And really the best way to fix that is to disconnect your social club from your PlayStation and then reconnect it back. So again, in the root folder, you don't have to mess with the tunable file. There's already God mode, and there's already the money kind of thing. When you rob a store, the money mod modifier, so when you rob a store, you'll get like $1 billion instead of just like $1,000. So those mods are already turned on. Also the bounty mod is turned on, so that the bounties, you can set bounties on people. Again, you can just go in, it goes into root, go into titles, then GTA 5, PS3, and then just double click the tunable file and edit it in Notepad. And then once you're done editing it, you can just save it and then just restart the USB web server, restart your PS3. If that doesn't work, I recommend restarting your PC. Leave the PS3 off while you're restarting your PC, and then once everything's booted back up on your PC, start USB web server, start your PS3, and then load GTA Online. Sometimes it does take a few tries to do that, so be aware of that it does maybe take a few tries. It has taken me a few tries before. But like I said, there's a little bit more in the tunables files than there was in 1.07, so be aware of that as well. Like I said, I did include my modded tunable file, which has God mode and also has the money modifiers on, so that you can get billions and billions of dollars from killing pedestrians and then picking up their cash or robbing stores. So that's all that I have included in there. Again, you can mess with the modifiers as you see fit. It's really not that hard. All you have to do is edit the values and then start it right back up, and it works, and it should work right off the bat. Some of you will be able to get this to work, some of you won't, unfortunately. Really, it's really a luck of the draw. It also based off your ISP, which is your internet service provider, and also depending if you can get everything working and start it up in your router and everything like that. So it does require a little bit of computer knowledge, but if you did everything that I showed you on here, and then you can just really look up how to port forward on YouTube, it's really not that hard, and you can look up what router you have. So that way you can learn how to do it and learn how to port forward if you don't already know how. But just as long as you don't have Skype running and anything using port 80, you should be okay, because port 80 should be open. And alright, we are in GTA Online, as you can tell. We are in, and let's go ahead and rob a store. As you can see, my health bar is at half. It usually does that when you have the God mode on for some reason. I don't know why it does that. But we're going to go ahead and rob this car really quick. Well, we're not rob it, but we're going to go rob a store. I really don't want to kill a pedestrian right now. But we're going to go rob a store, and I don't know. Okay, there we go. I can rob the store now. So what you want to do is, sorry about that, guys. It does take a minute. I am a little bit laggy. My internet is a little bit slow sometimes. But yeah, I just kill him, get him out of the way, take the money. Looks like he's kind of like he was masturbating. As you see, the money modifier does work. As you can tell, I did receive a gracious amount of cash. And so you can actually give that away. Just go to select and give it away. But yeah, the modifiers do work in 1.08. I can actually show you guys right now online options, and then 1.08. So this is how to do it at 1.08. There's really no difference to do it from 1.07, but I mean, I just wanted to show you guys that it does work in 1.08, and this is how to do it in 1.08 if you are unsure how to do it. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to revert back to normal really quick. But first of all, again, if you don't get the mods working the first time, again, look at your router settings for port forwarding port 80. Look at your ISP to maybe see if it's blocking port 80. Make sure Skype is closed. Again, try restarting your computer a couple times. Restarting your PS3, and just retrying it over and over again. If it doesn't work, I mean, there's really nothing I can sometimes do. I can help you guys as best as I can, but also, it's really luck of the draw who can really do this and who really can't. Also, when you download these files, the tunable files in all caps, I want you guys to just drag those to the desktop, and then also I want you guys to go to the root, titles, and GTA 5 folder. Don't go any further. You'll see PS3 and Xbox 360. If you're on Xbox 360, drag the PlayStation 3 folder out. If you're on PS3, drag the Xbox 360 folder out. This will allow the tunable files not to collide with each other. So again, just drag those files out, and then now what we're going to want to do is I'll show you guys how to revert back to normal. So that all caps tunable files folder that I included for you guys, it'll have two folders in it. It'll have the PS3 normal tunable file and the PS3 modded tunable file. So what you want to do is just open up the normal tunable file and just open it up in Notepad, and then just select all of it, which is Control A and then Control C to copy it. I'll go ahead and close it out, and then go to your web server, root, titles, GTA 5, PS3, and then go into the tunables, Control All, which is Control A, and then Control V to paste it in. Now these are all the normal tunable files that GTA is. So it'll revert your health, it'll revert your bounties, it'll revert your again, the amount of cash that you receive. It'll basically revert everything back to normal if you copy everything from the PS3 normal tunable file. Now once that is, you can save it, restart your computer, turn off your PS3, wait for your computer to turn on, start up the USB web server, wait for that to boot up, wait for that to say OK, and then turn on your PS3. Again, it may take a couple tries, so restart the USB web server and restarting your PS3 a couple times. That may help if it doesn't revert you back to normal right away. But if you want to go back to modding, in the modded files, I did include the tunable file again for modding, so that way you don't have to go back and edit it and edit and edit the tunable file over and over again. The modded tunable file that I included is the original tunable file that I included in the beginning of the tutorial, the one that's already modded with health, God mode, cash. You can do XP on your own. I did not include XP. I did include bounties, so what you want to do is just, again, copy all, Control A and then Control C, close it, go ahead and open up the other tunable file, Control A, Control V, and then File, Save. Repeat the process, restarting your PS3 computer, starting up the web server, and then starting up your PS3, and then the mod should be turned back on. So that's how to revert back to normal and then revert back to mods, back and forth, back and forth. So that's how you do that, and this has been the tutorial on how to mod GTA Online on PS3 after patch 1.08. Okay, so that's how you do that. If you have any questions, again, comment down below. I'll answer as many as I can. Again, there's so many of you. It's hard to answer everybody at once, but I'll do the best I can to answer all the similar questions as best I can within a generality and everything like that. Some things I may not be able to answer, some things I will be able to help you out with. But again, this has been the tutorial on how to mod PS3 or Xbox after patch 1.08. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to watch the Minecraft series with Jawbreakers 13. We are playing that on PlayStation 3. Also check out the links in the description. It has all the download links and it has all the tutorial links that are needed to do this tutorial as well. So alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Peace.